Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We have a guest in our midst. Yay! His name is Mr. Adeyinka Abdurrahman, all the way from my country. That's my beloved country. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about a very important topic: how to thrive as an African in a foreign country. Yeah, babe, are you ready? Yes. So, how to thrive as an African in a foreign country. So, yeah. So, what do you think?
Maybe let's start with
thriving as an African. Yeah, because you're not in your country, and a lot of Nigerians have this, or Africans have this mentality that when I get to Europe or get to Canada, all my life problems are finished and all of that. But sometimes
okay, maybe let me just start.
Yes.
I think what is important is for you to ensure that you gather information.
Okay, number one, gather information.
You need to get to know about where you're going to, gather information to know things ahead of time.
Okay.
And I think number two is this: make sure you mix with the right set of people.
Okay. So number one, get the right information. And getting the right information will help you to do what?
To know, to be well informed.
Yeah, because if you're not informed, you'll be deformed.
Yeah. And number two is for you to make sure that you mix with the rest of people.
Okay.
Because when you get to any new environment, there are some people that are going nowhere. They will tell you that nothing is possible in this country. So you need to move with people with positive mindset.
Yeah.
People who are already doing something with their life. People who believe that something can come out of the country. Then of course you learn from them and move from there.
I really want to emphasize that first topic, getting the right information, because you cannot act beyond the level of your knowledge. So getting the right information will help you to be knowledgeable and help you to make wise decisions. Then connect with the right people. Very important, because life is about networking. Yeah.
So maybe you have something to add.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I completely agree with all the points that you're doing. The approach that I would take, personal approach, would be before you even leave Nigeria. So yes,
or any country,
or Africa.
Before you leave that country, you need to have a vision of what you want to do,
Nice
and
one.
it has to be very clear.
Nice one.
When you get there, in order to remove distractions, then you have to stick to only quality people. You have to find the right information. You have to do all of those things. But start with the vision. What do I want to achieve by this movement? And then go to the strategy. How do I achieve this plan that I set out to achieve? Because if you don't have a plan, how do they say it? If you
don't fail to plan, you plan to fail.
So have a plan as to how you want to achieve the vision that you want to achieve, and then set out that timeline and work towards it.
Have a vision. Now, some people's vision is, I just want to leave this country. I just want to leave Nigeria. I want to Japan. That's my vision. I just want to leave. So is that a vision enough, or is that enough vision? You just want to leave because of the insecurities and all.
Yeah. So the problem is if you have that kind of vision, it's so vague that you will not be able to. At the end of the day, if you just want to leave and then you find yourself you have left, there is nothing that you stand for in the place that you are. And so the problem is you can fall for anything. So anybody brings anything, you can be very, very easily influenced. But stand for something. This is what I want to achieve, and then work towards that thing. So regardless of what it is, it might be career, it might be your business, it might be anything at all. It might be sports, it might be maybe you want to play football, anything you want to do. Create a vision for yourself, make it as clear as possible, and then create a strategy towards that vision and then work towards it. One of the biggest issues, I'll give an example. When I first moved over to the UK, I was working in a grocery store. And I was making money from the grocery store. Now the problem with that is, if I didn't set a vision for myself, I would still be on that level now. And why do I say that? What normally happens is, the West is not like Africa. There are bills every day.
Every day.
So if your income is the same as the bill that's going out, you will be stuck in that employment.
Can't thrive,
So what you want to do is, you want to minimize, you want to have a goal, a vision, you want to minimize your expenditure, make it a lot less than your income.
I think
that's actually another point.
Not point there.
Yeah, we should. Okay, now have a vision. So next one, emphasize this one because a lot of people think when you're abroad, it's time to flex and enjoy your life. All the flex that you didn't do when you were in Africa. Now you're in abroad. This is the time to flex.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And people see people living in foreign countries, as you're wealthy, you are doing so well. Whereas some people are even doing better than people that are living abroad.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we need to emphasize that. So having a vision very important. So it's not enough to say I want to jackpot.
No, it's not enough. I mean, the thing is, where people make a lot of mistake is you can Paystack. Paystack sold, the guys who built Paystack, they sold it for $200 million in Nigeria. So you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
But first of all, have a vision. So if your vision takes you abroad, I won't be somebody to tell you not to go.
Yes.
If your vision takes you abroad, go there, experience a different lifestyle, build that vision, and then build the strategy towards the vision, and then start working towards it. In very many cases, you would need money. You would need to finance that vision, and that's where the money management comes, which is make sure your income is more than your expenditure. Whatever the difference is, use that to maybe buy courses, buy books, whatever you need to do to get to where you go.
You know what people say when you tell them that you know what, you can make it anywhere, you can make it in Nigeria. They will tell you that why are you abroad? They will tell you that why not are you abroad? Why are you abroad if you can make it anywhere? Why are you there?
No, like you said, if you want to be in Nigeria, you want to go abroad. What is important is that you can even be in Nigeria without a vision. You be in poverty. People in Nigeria are making millions because of vision. So you don't have to say if you want to travel, fine. But we are just saying
you know what you are going to do. Don't just go because everybody is going.
Yeah,
very important. Yeah. Then number 4, you said let your income be more than your expenditure.
Live way below your means, so that the difference you can use to finance that vision to get you to where you want to go.
I also want to add something. I think you need to also prepare your mind for anything. Because many people, we have married. Even in Canada, I was reading an article about people who are getting divorced now because they didn't actually prepare their mind. Husband was unable to get job on time. Wife is now working. Blah blah. He's now feeling as if the wife is not the one.
So if you, that's it.
See, that's the part. I don't talk big. I'm telling you.
Yes, because now you have to build a vision for both of you, and then build a strategy towards that vision for both of you, and then you have to minimize the expectation, because that's what causes these problems. If one is working and one is not, it can get stressful for the one that's working because of the bills, and then they start to exhibit some characters that they didn't exhibit in Nigeria, and then you go, this person has changed, but the person didn't change. They're just reacting to the situation.
Or if they're unable to get something, someone that left Nigeria as a manager, and got into Canada,
you have to be a taxi driver, or you have to work in a construction company. I think we need to talk about this. There's dignity in labor kind of.
I think we discussed that in our first video.
Yeah.
So if that's what you want to be, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to be something else, and then you're complaining of the level that you are, that's where there's a problem. So if you have a vision for something else, whatever work you find temporarily is good.
Enjoy it.
Have fun. Do all of that.
Don't look down on yourself.
Don't look down on yourself. Because it's somebody else's dream. I was talking to somebody recently who his dream is to just get his passion is around transportation.
Okay.
So he just needs something. It can be a car to be a cab driver. It can be a truck to convey goods, and that's his passion.
And some people look down, he takes the driver.
And people are making billions in Nigeria. Chisco Motors, God is good, and all that.
Even if it's not Chisco or God is good, anything, like you are just a regular taxi driver. We Africans, you know what we do now. Just look at ordinary taxi driver. So why should we be calling some people ordinary because of what they do?
It's a cultural problem. It's something that we need to change culturally. Even as servers in the restaurants, there's so many jobs that they look down on. So they're not paying us.
And I think one other thing is that you need to do what makes you happy. It's possible for you to be a cab driver, you're happy about that, or you serve food, or you cook. Some actually they are very good when it comes to cooking. So if anybody is saying you are happy doing what you are doing, you can even walk in the back and not be happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Happiness is progress. So long as you're getting progress, regardless of what you're doing, so long as it's legal, it's not
exactly.
And you're getting progress, you're happy.
And I don't want to do this. I can't do this. I can't. That's why you see a lot of African youths, go into illegal, activities, crimes here and there, just because they want to live large. They don't want to be. start
And
small,
if you do
and
that,
they think some jobs are
if you do
beneath
that,
them.
it's just a matter of time. If you say you are into fraud, you are doing this and that, people can look at you and say you are rich and all that. Go and ask each puppy.
Hush puppy, not each puppy, hush puppy. If they can catch hush puppy, who else?
It's just a matter of time. It's just a
So
matter
many
of time.
examples. So many. The thing is, there's so much opportunity in the world that it just doesn't make any sense to do these things.
Exactly.
It doesn't. There's so much. I'm working on something now. I just want to chip this in. So I'm reading a book. It's called How We Think.
A book?
Yeah, it's called How We Think.
Awesome.
And it talks about the development of an idea. Now, this is my own words that I'm trying to build because I'm still working on it. An idea is the vehicle that takes you from one emotional state to the next. And the problem with it is that while it can be used in a very positive way, it can also be used in a negative way. So I'll give you an example. Maybe a friend of mine did something wrong to me. I feel bad now, but I want to feel good. So I go and gossip with somebody else about it. Or I go and do something wrong to the guy. That's the idea, is that for me to feel good, I need to do this thing to feel good. If I can take that whole process and make it positive always, I will always make money. Because I can take somebody's suffering and say, I have experienced this thing. I know how I can make this person enjoy this process and then build a business from it. The fortunate thing is we treat ideas very, very wrongly.
Yeah, that's true. And let me also talk about that, my book, Master with the Principles of Life. Chapter 7 was talking about building with talents and with gifts. No matter who you are, where you are in the world, there is something that you have in you that is a gift that you can use. Whether you are in America or you are
anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so you can actually discover that gift and do something with it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so many examples.
I think we need to just list the points so we can.
Yeah, do you have more points to share?
No, the one we should want to share, just list the
The
points.
first one is
And think if you have another
information, get informed, to connect with the right people. Number 3, have a vision, very important. Number 4, let your income be more than your expenditure. And number 5,
and prepare your mind.
prepare your mind. Anything can happen because a lot of people come with big, huge expectations from Nigeria. They think, when I leave Nigeria and come here, I have jobs already waiting for me.
They don't pick money here.
No.
Shut out.
Can we just spend 1 more minute on your first point? Get information.
Yeah.
There are so many people who leave Africa and go to countries that they really shouldn't be. Recently, I think it was last year, somebody had been killed in a place in, I think it's Austria. One of those countries. He'd been a student and he went to this place and the mother came over. The Abike was on this issue. I think it got resolved at some point. They took the guy's body back to Nigeria. But it was one of those places that was very risky for tourists or for people who were not. I'm not very sure of the country. I think it's Austria. I might be wrong, but it's good to find information where you're going.
Exactly.
You have to be sure that your safety is guaranteed. All of that is guaranteed before you leave.
Yeah.
Let me just add something to that too. I think apart from safety, when you gather information, the people you mix with. I remember when after my masters and from Sweden, I moved to UK. And where I stayed, where I lived, these guys are into, this fraud and all that. So you need police came to the house because when I got my own apartment, like a house, I gave him a room as a student, not meaning that he was doing some fraudulent act until police came and I was arrested and I showed them my document. I'm working and all that. They said, okay, they called my boss. Adebola is a very good guy. There's nothing like fraud. Okay, I was released. So at times the people you mix with can get into trouble. Yeah.
Very important.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So I hope you enjoyed this video, how to thrive as an African in a foreign country. Let us know your comments in the comment section. I will see you in our next video.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to our channel. I forgot to mention he's a very intelligent man. So look out for him. Look out for him.